Thank you guys for joining or tuning in to Bread and Butter today. I'm so excited. Today we actually have a guy in the studio. Woo! And we have Travis here on the mic. And then we also have the lovely Myisha. Love her. Awesome. One thing I wanted to do different today is, and then there's myself, Meshawn. Yay, woo. But one thing I wanted to do different today is to share where everyone lives too. So what city you guys live in. If you want to do a brief, very brief introduction. I'm sorry, girl, spring this on you. But a brief introduction on where you live. I always think about that when I have different people in the studio. What city you're from, you know? Because we're representing Detroit sometimes. But we're in Detroit, so start. Hey.
So, yes, thank you for even asking that. I am from Detroit. And you want to know what one of the funny things is? You can be elsewhere or you can have family from somewhere else and you can say you live in Detroit and they will still ask you, oh, is that Grand Rapids? Is that Traverse City? It's
No,
almost...
that's the people who know Michigan, okay? Not for the people who don't. If you're from Florida and rural Florida and you say, oh, well, I'm from Detroit, they're like, oh, wow.
Right.
Whoa.
Step back.
How is it there? I don't know. But then again, I spoke with family from California and they were like, whoa, wow, they're doing big things in Detroit right now. It's an up and coming city. And I was like, from California, really? Okay, cool.
So word is spreading. But yes, I am inner city Detroit. I actually stay in Sherwood Forest, 7 in the Livernois area, if you guys are familiar
Fancy.
with that. But Detroit, she say fancy. Hard work to be able to still claim Detroit. So no, I didn't leave. I am a Detroit resident through and through.
Ground zero.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you?
I'm in Detroit too.
Oh my goodness, we have some Detroiters in the building.
Yes.
What part of Detroit?
West side now. I grew up on the east side in East English Village, but now I live right
Fancy.
outside of Rosedale
Fancy.
Park.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very nice, very nice.
I have to say I like the east side better than the west side.
Shut
though.
the
And
front
I've lived
door.
on both sides for a good amount of time. Like I lived on the east side until 10th grade, and then since 10th grade I've been on the west side. So I still like the east side better.
You're the first person I think I heard say that.
Literally
oh
the
my
first.
Goodness.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I've had.
But you know what? I can say my memories from the east side, my childhood, I lived on the east side on 8 Mile and Hayes for most of my childhood. And I could say I had the best time. Like, I can't say, it was bad. That one time mistaken identity almost got jumped. But
oh, no.
that's another story. That's another story. That's the only time I can say I really had a bad experience on the east side of Detroit was that time. But yeah, I have to say, if there was a preference, it had to be the west side. But
I don't know. For me, it's like the west side. You don't know who crooked, who straight. Everybody, don't nobody really cook over there. Every time you go to a restaurant, it's packed. On the east side, you can go to a restaurant in and out. On the east side, you know if somebody ain't stepping right, and you know who, okay, they about their business.
But on the east side, are you going to the restaurant in Detroit or like Roseville or Grosse Pointe?
One in Detroit.
You went in Detroit where?
Yeah. What you mean weird, girl?
What restaurant?
I said high school and under.
Oh, never mind.
But even
don't
like
roll
going
with
to
that
the
side no
Coney
more.
Islands though,
Oh, okay.
like simple
Yeah.
stuff. Like it might have been like 5 people in there, but the line ain't wrapped around the building
That's
on a
true.
random Friday. Like,
Yeah.
See,
that's
I
irritating.
I kind of feel now that East Side restaurants is corner stores with food across the counter. So
I'm dead. He said with a bulletproof glass though. Like
That's not where I was eating at though.
no, that's an East Side
tried it.
restaurant. Now,
No.
West Side, there's actual establishments. There's
Wow.
like
Grand River, okay, but when you go somewhere or Livernois, okay, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But when you go over to like Plymouth and something, or when you go over to those areas, Joy Road, where you going to eat?
okay, pretty scarce. Yes, that's true.
So
So true.
that's where you got those Wyoming. That's where that's where you got the
Probably why I be
bulletproof.
so packed because it ain't that much.
That's
Right?
true.
But yeah, so our topic, it has nothing to do with where we're from today, but it actually it's our part 2 to what about your friends? What about your no, I'm just kidding. But she jamming. She from that time. Yeah. But yeah, so it's a continuation from our conversation that we had last week with a different group of people, which I love because we have different perspectives, fresh perspectives. And as you guys see, everyone except for myself lives in Detroit. So you have conversation with actual Detroiters. Like,
Wait, where did you
I
say
know.
you live?
Shut up. Don't say that.
No, where did you say you live?
So right now I'm in West Bloomfield, which is so bougie.
Hey, is that extreme fancy?
I know it's not though, because you might hit a deer on a random night. We don't want that. I know, but I'm moving back to Oak Park, so we'll be like
Okay.
neighbors, girl. You know, we'll be neighbors. I'll come over for
Sorta.
the tea, for the tea. But yeah, so it's what about your friends? And I guess everyone can start. You know, we can grab a topic, or we can just feel need to share, get some stuff off our chest with friendship. Myisha, you
Well,
look like you already ready.
All right. So, only reason I'm ready is because I kind of talked about this on my Instagram story this morning, but I talked about friendship check-in. So, when I was in my relationship, I used to do relationship check-in. So, it used to be like, hey, you know, is there anything I can be doing better for you in this relationship, and vice versa, you know? Because I had my list of what I wanted done, but let me be kind and ask you first, you know? But then I realized, like, you know, why don't I carry that on to, like, my best friends and, like, other people in my life, you know?
Wow.
So, that's kind of what I kind of encourage people to do this morning. Like, ask people, how can I be a better parent? How can I be a better mate, spouse, friend, whatever, daughter, you know? So
I'm
I
scared
haven't
to ask
sent
that
out.
question, y'all.
Well, you ask it to people you ready to like grow with. So don't ask that question if you're not really trying to do nothing.
I can't ask that question to certain people.
Yeah, I can't either. Cause I can't either.
Ready
I'ma
for
leave
that
it at
non-biased response. Like, I just be like,
Yeah.
I'm
But-
just anticipating. That's all. Being funny.
That was spot on, because that's a major component part that people forget. Like, hey, yes, we carry that title. We're BFFs. We're best friends. We've been knowing each other from all the way back in the day, but are we checking in with each other? That is,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's
Thanks,
that's
girl. I might have to
super
steal
cool.
that. Like, for
It's
real, I'm
cool.
gonna incorporate that into my life. I'm gonna make that as a 2020 goal to
Yeah.
really
Very
make
nice.
the conscious effort to check in with friends with the capital F. Friends, because we had to, like, last week. I don't know we haven't posted it yet, but we had to get the definition of friendship. You know, because a lot of people. The reason why we did the topic is because I have not met one person in my life, my whole 20-something years of living, who has had the same definition of friendship.
Wow.
It's crazy. I mean, go around asking different people. You know, you'll get different responses per the age, per the generation, per the race, per the sex. You know what I was getting at with this.
Yeah.
Pray for me. The sex, you know, and so, or the demographic, you know, so you get different responses, and I have not gotten the same response.
I see.
Or something similar. It's always something completely different. People have their own idea of what friendship is, and I like that. It's no, I don't think there's an actual definition, but so we had to look up the the definition that was on Google. But I don't think there's a real response as to what friendship really is. You know what I mean? I feel like it's your perspective and how you treat others.
Well,
I mean, when you grow, obviously you bond with people. You might click with her more than you click with me. You guys might have forge your own relationship outside of our relationship. You know, say if you didn't know her and I introduced you guys will have your own relationship. You should at least have your own relationship outside of myself. You know what I mean? Or you should have your own perspective of her, not a biased, perspective. If you met someone, you know what I mean?
true.
You
true.
can say I don't like her because you don't like her. You know what I mean?
That's
I
that
feel like that
elementary stuff.
exactly. It comes with growth, or
Yeah.
evolution.
But do you think that can actually carry the title of the friend?
Um,
Because then you will start going into the subcategories to where it's like, and I think that word is just so loose, and
Yes, I agree.
it's taken so it won't be taken out of context
Yeah.
to where this person may just be that business associate. It may just be that colleague. It may just be that partner, or in certain instances, people, that's just my guy, and that's my little cuz, just carrying
Yeah.
that title, but it may not be that friend. I think if a team of people was to really get together, I think it can be defined because it should be rules of engagement.
Yeah.
So if this person here is my friend and you are my friend that I just met, then I'm meeting on the basis of not so much. Oh boy, they're searching for the friend.
I know. Right?
But it should be certain, like a person may define it differently, but
Yeah.
it should carry certain weight that should be clear across the board.
What is your definition of friendship? How would you define someone as your close friend then?
Beautiful. So, without just saying the exact word for word, so words of the effect of a person that I truly care for, a person that is dear to my heart, a person that you can instill trust in, a person that you know is there for you. I would look at that almost a level or two up under like an actual family member. This
Yeah.
is somebody that you love unconditionally, and you may not be able to feel that certain way with everyone. So a friend to me is someone that I can tell something that they're doing is wrong, and I'm not really worried about how our friendship is going to be affected. This is a
I love
person
that.
that, back to what you were saying, that you have to check up on because,
There you go.
yeah, every minute, every second, you're kind of growing, and you can grow apart from a person because you wasn't aware of something that they were going through at the time.
Wow, yeah,
So
that's
what
so
you
true.
said was just like, you don't know how much just like right off the bat that just impacted me because it's now making me think
Seriously.
like,
It was the
hey,
last time I checked on someone. Like, you know.
that there, exactly. So really, if I just had to give just like a one sentence, it's just that is an unconditional love that I have for another person who may or may not be a family member. And with that, it comes responsibilities. You are responsible for certain things being a person friend. And that's just,
Yeah.
making sure that you do what you can to uplift a person, to support that person. I mean,
Absolutely. We don't have that everywhere.
oh,
you know,
boy, right?
we not taught that. You know, well, for you, I know there is a meme going around saying that, or with a person saying, if I haven't text you Happy New Year, don't take it personally or whatever. Have you guys seen that? It was
think
weird.
so.
Like I was just busy or something like that, and I'm just like. It would take 2 seconds to text somebody Happy New Year. Like,
That's true.
But then I understand that people are busy. So when you say, are you checking in on your friends? I feel like that will go neck and neck. I'm not texting exes saying Happy New Year's.
Lori Harvey.
Popping up. Right. I'm not popping up in nobody DMs, that I have, I'm genuinely saying, okay, well, I feel like I'm bringing this friendship into a new year. I feel like, that's my way of checking in on this new year. Like I text people I hadn't talked to in so long. These are old friends and had no idea they had moved back to the city. Happy New Year's. And we have met up since then. Like I'm like, bro, when's the last time I saw you? Like 10 years ago? Whoa. Like, and so we did that meetup and I just thought that was great. That was for me when you say checking in. That's why it resonated with me so much is because I've done that and I just saw the impact or I'm like, okay, I need to do this more often. Like I need to start this, like this needs to be something that's consistent rather.
yeah.
Now it hasn't been consistent, but it's only 12 days into the
That's okay.
Well, by checking
13 days.
I kind of meant something different. I mean, like somebody that you're kind of like super close with, not constant communication, but like, so my best friend, I'm her son and godmom. And so I at least talk to her at least once a month, a few times a month, just to check on them, see how they're doing or whatever. But it's like, when she was pregnant with him, I didn't want to be like that overbearing friend where I'm like, oh my God, let me do this and think I'm being helpful when really I'm being annoying.
Yeah.
So I asked her like, hey, if I'm doing, pretty much I opened the door of communication and say, hey, if I'm doing something that's annoying you, please let me know. I want to be a good friend for you. So let me know how best to support you. So whether that's text messages or whether that's, I don't know, anything. So I meant more of like, defining how you support your friend in the friendship rather than just checking in. But I also do support the whole like just checking on friends type thing.
Okay, so are you saying that you tailor yourself and your personality or your characteristics according to what would make them happy? Or are you saying that, because I'm like, if this would bother per se, if I send a text message every week, or you know what, I give you one better, the group chat. Oh my God, you guys, that group chat, and I had to like take some people out of it because I'm like, you saw how it could get kind of, you know, one person respond, then another person respond. I understand that. It could be irritating sometimes. That's when you turn you mute it. Like there's an option to mute. So I can see how that might bother someone, but if I'm contacting you and I'm just like, hey friend, what's up? I don't think that should be a problem. Like he said, this is my friend who, you know, I could say something to and I don't have to worry about them, you know, the dynamic of our relationship changing based off of what you said. Are we talking about that or?
No. So I'm talking about, so say I call a friend to like vent, but I call her and she's giving me advice and I just want to vent. Like, so it's kind of like more of like, okay, where are we at right now? Not so much. Yeah. So that's
like
kind of
that.
what I mean. So it's like
what
being
you're talking
a
about.
better friend, not necessarily altering who I am.
Yeah.
I might pull back some. I guess it's sort of altering, but I mean more of like, how can I be more supportive to you in this area? You're going through a big life change. So, I mean, you don't necessarily need to ask everybody that question, I don't think. But I think it's really good for, like, relationships and then, like, your really, really close friendships. I don't know about, like, family because it depends on if you want to make those changes.
But that's where communication comes in at because
I love that.
It has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be accepted for who I am, and I don't want to alter anything.
Yeah.
Now, if something gets a bit overbearing, yes, pull me off to the side and like, you know, okay, I know I'm a little, right. I'm under the weather, but you know, you called 60 times this hour. I still feel the same. You know, so, you know, tell me that,
Right.
but no, be accepted for all of you and what you have to offer, and I think that's what goes into what that true friendship is all about, because sometimes you know this person is annoying, sometimes you know this person can be a bit much, but you still accept that person.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
that's when you know, like, that's my true friend. They don't judge me.
Yeah.
They don't go and tell anyone else like, oh my goodness, she just keeps calling me. Now,
You know what?
you know, it's like, wait, are we really friends? And that's why I say that title,
It's
it
loosely. It's
it's
been used.
loose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we got to move on to a different subject, only because I love that. But we will go on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, such
I like
a great
that.
topic.
That is your turn.
Okay. Randomly.
Oh my goodness, you got a whole selection. You have like the best handwriting too.
Yeah,
like,
I'm going
is on point.
to piggyback off of just what we were talking about, but I am going to switch it up a little bit, and only because this is a word that, oh my goodness, I kind of feel like, how old were you when you found this out? But
Right.
vacation, not a tongue
Vacation.
twister. Oh my goodness.
I literally have a shirt that says vacation, and I love it.
I kid you not. I'm thinking when I was hearing
How
it,
many
like,
vacations you going on, Travis?
oh no, I'm going on VA. Mine starts with VA, so you know.
You just came from somewhere.
Mine
You
is
traveled.
like the true
Maybe she was paid
vacations.
before.
But
I
no.
know. You know how they be taking those pictures, but don't show the other person. Who took the picture, Travis?
Oh boy,
Who took the picture?
random strangers. But no, guys, really, I'm just now hearing this word, and I knew nothing about it, and it's a real thing. Who tells me? So I want to see what do you guys think? How do you feel about it? And how long have you known about this vacation thing? What is going on?
First of all, I don't know anything about it, but I could tell you from what I've observed.
Okay.
I feel like vacation is not. I feel like vacation. Bay, first of all. I don't know. We can dissect the word. I feel like Bay is not exactly, we don't know if that's boyfriend, husband, friend, you know, guy that you just creep with. We don't know. Like, Bay could be anybody. And I feel like that word is something that's used kind of loosely too. Like, I feel like it's used more so romantically. I don't know what to label that. Like, if there's boyfriend, girl, you know, girlfriend, whatever, you know. But I think in my mind, bae means just someone you're romantically involved with. So when you you're going on these vacations, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not showing that person off. Like, no one's really, who's taking a picture? You would do that. Like, you would have done that. But someone like myself, if I'm going out of town with somebody, they're not getting posted. Like, in my mind, okay? Because I don't know. I told y'all I haven't done this, okay? But I have been out, like, say, if I had traveled with someone, I think the furthest I've traveled with someone was to Canada. Okay. Someone that I was romantic with, but there was no romance there. We literally went there for a fight, to see a fight at a strip club. Interesting. Like, ironically, rather. Yeah, I know, right? I love boxing. Okay.
I love boxing.
Boxing is great. Yes.
So boxing
Was the strippers boxing?
No, you know what? That would have been cool. I'm not going to lie. That would be cool. I just think it'd be kind of weird, though, because
Interesting.
What's under the belt? You know what I mean? Like, everything off limits in my mind.
That, right.
I'm just saying. But in my mind, we just went there, for that. So that's in my mind, that's the only example that I would have for a vacation, possibly.
Okay.
But no, I took 1,000 pictures, and he was not in one of them. So, like, wow. And that's why I'm associating the two together, right?
Okay.
But a lot of people, when they take these vacations, they're not really, in my mind, they're not together. Like, or they might go on a vacation and come back not together. A lot of times when y'all travel, I lied. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I was moving to a different state and I had my then boyfriend drive with me there. When I tell you guys, that was the worst 12, 13 hours. Oh, we got pulled over. We got in arguments halfway there. I'm not even a confrontational person. And I mean, like, I've learned some things about myself. I learned some things about him. I was like, oh, this is not happening again. You might have to drive back yourself. Like,
I'm not going to name drop, but that sounds like a current movie right now.
I don't know which movie though.
Right.
But no, seriously. So when you say vacation, I don't know. There's a lot of question marks.
It is. It really is.
Me, I've enjoyed a lot of vacations.
I saw them all on Instagram.
Yes.
Wow.
I actually can't wait till I can take another one, but I'm gonna need a new husband.
So before you get this husband, this vacation.
Oh, I ain't going on no vacations if I ain't got no husband.
Okay, never mind.
Because a part of vacation is something else, and I'm staying to myself. Praise the Lord. And so,
I mean, you brought up Lori Harvey earlier.
Oh, I did. I was looking at their pictures, her and future pictures, and I was like, "Oh, girl, you living life." She 23, and I'm like, "Wow."
Hey,
girl.
she traveling. She on vacation. Right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. For vacation, the people I've seen take them, they always post they mate in them. That's the point of it. How's it a vacation if I don't see your bae? At least for the people that I know, I've never seen anybody post like I'm on vacation and they bae.
Travelers, like people who are in. Okay, so a lot of people who are in relationships that we don't know about, they're not posting their significant others, right? Yeah. So when they go on vacation, they're not posting them either. They might post a hand, or you might see the J's in the picture somewhere in the background.
Oh, like Lori and
right?
Future.
That's what I'm saying. Like, in my mind, but you're not seeing bae. He's the one taking a picture. He's the one. That's a lot of guys too. This goes both ways, by the way, because girls like to get flued out and guys like to be the one who flies them out. Like, I'm just saying, like, vacation.
That's true. Like
the guys, that goes both ways. I feel like these guys are, what, I'm going here anyways. I want to be accompanied by a beautiful person. I'm gonna take her pictures. We stunt real quick because a lot of guys look for. I don't want to call them trophy wives. It's an old word to call them. But, like, they're looking for people who arm candy. You know what I mean? And so when they are out with this arm candy or on a date, rather, we're not going to just, include one scenario here. They're not taking pictures, period. So that's why I say it goes both ways. A lot of guys don't like pictures. Yeah. And when they do take pictures, that's a big deal. Like, that's like, okay, I'm showing you off. Like, you're the girl. I'm settling down. You're the one that I like. That's a big step.
I've just never seen people who didn't post call it a vacation. I think they say, "Oh, I'm on vacation," but I've never seen them say with a BAE if they're not showing their bae.
But do you know why? Because most of the time, that person is new.
Yeah.
So you have so many, and a lot of women now, they're not afraid to travel. They're not afraid to travel solo. So they're going on these trips, and guess what? Guess what happened when you go to an island? Jamaica.
And you meet that.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Stella. That go back.
That solo vacation just
Myisha gotta
became
go
an
back.
instant vacation. And it happened so much where perhaps it was just a random meetup and you're now in a vacation, like instantly. So most of the time it's not that significant other. It's not that boyfriend. It's not that husband or that steady person. This was someone you literally linked up with on social media.
But notice, this is the guy's perspective. He's bringing a new chick.
I'm
Even
gonna-
though the last
because I'm
chick,
just
he telling
hearing
on
about
himself.
this.
He
No.
said he ain't did it. He bringing a new chick.
Or he's just gonna meet the sand at the beach.
I know.
But how about photos though? We was talking about photos.
Oh my God. Woo. For friends. Oh my goodness. I feel like, and a lot of people are probably gonna dislike this statement or it might rub them a certain way, but I just feel like with photos, that's like a huge, it shows me a really good example of support. Like for me, I feel like that is support. When you go out with someone, no, because it's like I'm your biggest fan. And like if you were to ask me when we're outside, hey, can you take my picture? I'm not the best photographer, but like, hey girl, I got you. Yes, do it like this. Okay, move your hair to the, if Beyonce when it's flowing, let it flow with the wind. Like I'm right there directing, like, this is your photo shoot, but I'm the director. Let's like my name is on the line or something. But like you've seen, we've done this before.
Yeah.
Like we've done this before.
But there's a lot of people missing friends because with these Instagram photos that's getting 50, 60, 70,000 likes and the background is hideous, somebody's friend didn't step up to say, hey, you're looking good, but please remove the diaper off the floor.
Oh my God.
So.
I'll swear.
Talking about with the bed on the floor and she out here with her hip popped out.
But you know what? I've seen, a lot of people, and those kind of those pictures with the likes, and I don't think they do the bot likes anymore, but like those, I don't know, we don't know the way people finesse, like the level of finessing. But with those hideous backgrounds, I think they go more so based off of the person who's posting it. Because if I'm Big Booty Judy and my room look trash, but I look good and my hair is laid, I'm gonna get about 100,000 likes off this picture. Because guys aren't looking at the background.
Exactly.
True.
They're looking at this person. And I see a lot of that. Like a lot of people will post stuff. Guys will do it too. They be flexing on the gram. The boxers go past the cut. Like I'm just like, I didn't need to see that this morning, but okay, here we go.
This just became confessions,
Like, so, I mean, guys be throwing thirst traps out there, but then their background is trash. You got all type, like the mirrors all spotty, like they just been spitting all over the mirror. Like,
hey, don't come for the bathroom mirror. You be brushing your teeth, it just be flying.
But where's
right?
that supportive friend to say, please clean that? So you are right. That friend should step up and say, that's not cute, girl.
But then, how do you distinguish that from a friend being judgmental? It's like you just hate. If I got 100,000 likes on this picture, and you like, why you got spit on your mirror, dried up spit? I'm gonna be like, why is you hating? I got 100,000 likes.
But are you gonna clean the mirror though?
Are you gonna clean the mirror?
Probably not. Maybe next time. But that picture about to stay with them 100,000 likes.
It's still gonna slap no matter what.
Okay.
Like,
But no, I like the friends who like tell you like, hey, your hair, you got a strand sticking up and things like that. And will take multiple pictures for you. Those that be like, oh, let me just take two. All right, here you go.
I can't do
I'll be
it,
like, bro, like why you even
what
come
am I
out
supposed
with
to
me?
do 2 pictures? Like, did you know where we went? Did you know how I got
Exactly.
dressed? Like, how long?
Period.
I want to see the evidence from this day, okay? Because if it ain't snapped on the ground, no, I'm just kidding. Like, it didn't happen. But no, a lot of people I'm with you on that one. Like a lot of people, they will take 1 or 2 pictures and then expect you to be cool with that, but then expect you to give them a whole photo shoot. Like, and I'm like, bro, first of all, you asked me to take your picture, and then when I asked you to take my picture, oh, you wanna, oh, well, let's wait. I'm cold or I'm tired or whatever, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, we can't do this no more. I feel like we're learning, you know, each other. Like, I just know I can't take you to this location. We can take these pictures. We can go somewhere super, like, I can meet you at a Starbucks. Ain't nobody taking pictures at a Starbucks. Like, we can go there. We're not going to the $50 or $60 restaurant. No, the one with the nice background. Or I went to this one place. It looked like it was made just for the gram, like, or social media.
Wow.
And Royal Oak. It's like this cotton candy, this room. I don't know what it was. It's really nice, and they serve cotton candy on a mannequin. Like, it's so cool. It's different. It's so different.
Okay.
But everywhere you look, it's like a
Instagrammable moment.
yes. And I'm just like, oh
Very
my
cool.
God. So let me hurry up and pick a topic before we go. Let's. Because we just covered support. No, actually, could we say that was support?
Photo support.
Photo, you know?
Photo support.
We're not going to talk about levels of friendship. We'll talk about support. For me, I feel like support is a huge aspect of friendship. And for whatever reason, judging from where we all are, because I'm just looking at the both of you, like you have a book, you know, you're a actor, model, actress, model, all the above, girl. I know, out here stunting and everything, girl.
Oh my
yes.
God.
So I feel like when, say, you invite somebody to a show or you invite somebody to a book signing and they don't show up, is that a problem? You know, or when they ask you, hey, listen, I got a birthday party coming up, or they don't even send, oh, how did it go? Like, they're not following up, they're not checking in, none of that stuff. So when because that happens a lot, you'll send out an invite, maybe a mass invite, but the 1 or 2 people that you expect to you're like, you know, those people, like, say someone who's close to you or even a family member, when they don't show up to something that they knew was so important to you, and say, like, I had a really good friend, for example, who I invited out to my event. It was a business event. And she told me that, oh, my eyelashes aren't done. I can't go anywhere. I was like, that's
What?
okay. I'm so, you know, oh my God, I'm so sorry, girl. I'm so sorry. You're really going through this right now. I'm going to talk to you later. Oh, that was it. Like, and then she just invited me to her birthday party recently. I was like, ooh, I want to go. But because I always support. But then I was like, this one, I'm going to just sit out, because, like, the time and effort it would take for me to go to something, and I couldn't even get that same energy. It's not about tit for tat for me, because I will still show up to someone's event knowing that they couldn't make it to mine. It's not about that. It's about the effort. You see what I mean?
Why?
So true.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, I mean, coming from an author.
I think that's worth exploring at least. I would want to know why, because I'm a person that seek to understand. So to me, my spidey senses will go off and
Eyelashes.
exactly. I would kind of dissect that a little. Like, really, the eyelashes? Not.
I didn't have time. I was like, you know what, girl? You had a whole month. You know, you knew about this a while ago. Like, I had posted, like, I give people time to know about this stuff. And then she hit me with that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I think my next question would just be, look, and am I being spent? Like, what's going on? I would really want to know genuinely, like, why not? Because you're my friend. If anybody I expect to be there, is you.
Yeah.
And to hear something like that would, I don't know how I would really feel about that, but I would question it, because I would want to understand why my friend, the person that I need to support me, is not there. Can you be there every single time? No. But just the cheesiest of excuses.
I know.
Come
I've
on.
gotten some excuses before, but that one, I was like, eyelashes.
that takes a turn.
Yeah.
Like, we really doing this eyelash thing now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's a really thing.
But no, your friends, they are supposed to support. They're supposed to be there. And if not, I mean, make effort, video conference, tell me something like, I mean,
flag a person down.
yeah, that ranks so high on my list of what a friend is supposed to do, and that's supporting a person. And sometimes you don't see it, and you kind of you wonder why.
Yeah.
Like really, what's going on? Because if you're not able to, you don't have means. We supposed to be able to talk about this. So if it's something that's like really going on, just tell me, because then it would feel work related. Oh, can't make it in because
Don't you
my
hate that?
my eyelashes. No, tell me like I'm really just mad at you from last week and I'm not gonna come. Just let me know
Yeah.
so we can
Right.
kind of get upset at each other for a couple minutes and then all right,
past it.
I'll be to yours. But once that starts stacking up to where you did it again, you did it again, you did it again.
yeah.
Problematic.
Yeah.
It can be.
Yeah.
Oh no, that one threw me for a loop. I'm sorry. I don't know if there is coming back from that
Eyelashes.
one.
Yeah, so I'm kind of weird. I think like when I was in college, since I was so far, people couldn't support me in a lot of things that I
yeah.
wanted to do. So like, not that I invited them, but it was just like, I don't expect you to drive an hour and pay. So
You were
it
at
was
Michigan
just
State?
like, yeah. So
Okay.
for
Hey.
me, a lot of my friends ask me to come to my events, and I don't want to say I blow them off, but I don't know, like, I like that they support me in the ways that they do, but I don't necessarily like need you here. Like, even when it comes to my birthday, like, I've seen parents pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to throw on a party, and 2 people show up when they was expecting 100.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, so for my birthdays, I send out invites to everybody, and I'm like, who come, who don't,
love
don't.
that.
Because people will, if I pick and choose, oh, I want this person here, I don't want this person here, like, I'm going to end up with, like, 2-3 people at my
Yeah,
party.
no, that's a
you
real
know,
thing.
so, like, at my birthdays for the past few years, I've always had, like, maybe 25 plus people show up, and that's because I extended to everybody I know. I'm like, who show up, who don't. Like, I'm not going to be hung up on it, period,
Yeah.
point blank. And so for me, support is more of like who shows up.
Yeah.
I don't really like, I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't, because I know sometimes I might not feel like getting out of bed to go to somebody's stuff. Granted, I will have a valid excuse, and there's been times where if I told you I was going to come, I'm going to be late because I didn't want to go, but I'm going to show up, okay?
See, but that's when you RSVP. No.
Yeah.
This situation, no, there was an RSVP. And so when I was just, hey, listen, how's it going? Are you going to make it?
Yeah.
Because we had mutual friends who had showed up and they were coming, and so this was a group thing with all
She
of us.
could have came for 10 minutes and been like, oh,
She
I got somewhere else
could
to
have rolled
go.
with the other girl because they were coordinating on writing together.
Oh, wow.
And that's where that conversation came up. Like, this was information that was told to me. She didn't come because of her eyelashes. I was just like, oh, that's real. Like,
Oh, you
got
made
too
it
much-
seem like she told you that.
No,
I'm like, oh,
this was information. So,
Oh,
but this is,
okay.
she
Yeah.
eventually did tell me that was it. That was the reason. But I was just like, oh, man, so okay, cool. That's what's up. It was a group effort. And so my other friend, she was involved with the event itself. So that's why it was like, oh, so you're not going to, okay, cool. That's what's up. I get it.
That reminds me of, though, like how honest friends are actually with each other. Because
They're
I lost,
not,
There it
though.
is.
I lost one of my very best friends, like, in college after I got engaged.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
she just stopped. Oh, it's okay. You learn in life as you move to different levels. I
sure,
don't want to
for
call
sure.
it levels, but as you
Yeah.
go through different chapters, you'll end up losing people. Like, even after my divorce, I lost a friend. And I'm just like, what the
Yeah.
heck? Like, and it wasn't off no, like, anything to do with him. It was just off she just stopped talking to me. And like me, I'm the type of
Wow,
person,
so she
I try
fell
to
off.
gain understanding. So even with my friend I lost in college, like, I tried to gain understanding. I'm like, hey, what's wrong? And she hit me with the, oh, nothing. Why you say that? And then when I was like, okay, cool. And she was just like, oh, so you don't want to talk about it? I'm like, you legit just sat here and told me. Like, I'm not your man. I'm not about to be like, no, oh, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, no,
Really
like,
hovering
you
over
my
it.
friend. You either talk to me when you're ready or don't, Like,
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that's really blunt and just honest. And like, if you ask me, did I say something? I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know my reason why.
Yeah.
But like, talk to me. Like, what's the point of being my friend if you don't want to openly communicate
communicate.
with
So
me?
true. So
You know?
true.
That's so
I
scary.
don't like the fake and phony. Like, keep
Yeah.
it.
Oh, no, I've had some fake and phony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because friends, they come and go.
Yeah.
They do.
And sometimes they're only meant to be there to serve a certain purpose.
Wow,
in your
yeah.
Or
life.
for a season.
At that time, for a season, that's that word right there. That's crucial.
Yeah.
They're there
Different phases in your life.
for a
Yeah.
season, for a phase, just to teach you something. And I guess, guys, I can say I'm the one that just show me the effort.
Yeah,
See,
that's what I see.
You guys end up separating for just failure to really just speak to each other. When I'm like, just show me the effort, and we can go from there.
Yeah.
So when you were in college and they couldn't make it on out, if you're not able to, just root at a distance.
Oh, yeah.
Give me that social media
Yeah,
shout out.
I
Give
was
me
just
that,
gonna say you're good
that
for that.
text
Yeah.
message that just say,
Yeah.
go
You
got
ahead.
this,
And
yeah.
I would still feel warm inside even if you're not able to be there.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
sometimes what we thought was meant to last probably wasn't destined
Yeah,
to be, and it was
that's
just
true.
that was that short-term friend. We don't know it at that time, but they wasn't.
Yeah. After losing
Darn.
her, it definitely taught me how to just appreciate people for the time that they're there.
Oh,
So,
wow.
like, even when
Okay.
I'm hanging out with some of my friends I'm friends with now, like, I'll have a thought, like, man, let me really enjoy them just in case they're not there no more, you know? Like,
Yeah, see,
I
that's
just-
that's
Very good
important.
approach.
Though.
you know, then I can have
approach.
love and respect even when we're not friends anymore, when we're not in a relationship anymore, you know?
How many of us have them? No. You guys, no, seriously, on that note, we do got to end this session. I wish we can go on and on about this topic, but we are just out of time. So I guess that would be our closing thoughts.
Yeah.
Our friendship and coming to an
Cherishing
end.
them.
Cherishing memories,
Yeah.
taking better photos. I'm just kidding. But, and supporting, finding different
Yeah.
ways to support even if you can't make it, or supporting from a distance, So, yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Myisha.
pleasure.
Love
My
you
pleasure.
guys. Hey. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you so much. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in to Bread and Buttered. Yay.
Woo, woo.
Woo, woo. Awesome. Awesome.